Hey guys, Brandon here with Exotic Cars 19, back in the BRZ. It's been a while since I made a video like this where I'm just driving the BRZ and talking to the camera, mostly because I don't really have anything to say, really. You guys asked for videos for kind of vlog style or just general updates with the BRZ. And usually, like I always say, I keep the camera on the cars, not so much me. I don't feel like there's much to say. But in this case, I realized that I have owned the Subaru BRZ, this specific one, 2015 Series Blue, for 2 years exactly to the date I'm uploading this video. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a general update on how it's been 2 years later and just under 8,900 miles later. So yeah, we're exactly 8,879 miles right now. And so I want to give you guys a quick update on just how the BRZ fares after that long of ownership. So yeah, one reason I don't really do these kind of videos is because, like I said, not much to talk about, but when there is, I get so sidetracked. So that's why I have to keep myself a little list here. But yeah, this list is just comprised over some of the things I've grown to like about it, some of the things that you might want to know that maybe a journalist who has the car for a day won't know, but a owner of several years would know. So all in all, I had the car for 2 years and I still have it, and I have no plans to sell it. That should tell you something. And there's also no modifications to this car. That maybe will be a separate video if you guys are interested. You guys want me to talk about my BRZ in more videos. A video about why I will not modify my BRZ ever. If you guys would like to see that video, maybe I'll make it. But yeah, as it is right now, I have no modifications. Oh no, my fun road is now closed off. We have to take a detour. Anyway, so it might be a separate video later down the road on why I'm not going to be modifying my BRZ. As of now, has a couple of cosmetic things. I got my roof wrapped in gloss black, and because I'm a ricer, I had a plastic dipped my my emblems black. They came out okay though, but new to 2016, the emblems actually come in gloss black from the factory, so I might just buy those. Anyway, about actual modifications, I don't really need to, and like I said, that could be a separate video, not to drone on and on about that. But just a stock BRZ for 2 years, how has it fared? Has it gotten boring? Like I said, obviously not. I've had it for 2 years and I do not plan to sell it. So let's just dive into it a little bit more. So I guess the first thing we could dive into is the running cost. A lot of people like to talk about their car's running cost. And well, the running cost of the BRZ for 2 years has been zero. Now, of course, this is not including if you decide to finance your car. This is not, you know, payments. I'm not including the variables like insurance, right? It depends on whether you're under or over 24 years old, male, female, your record so far, all that kind of stuff. That's all variable, so I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, overall, I'm just talking about servicing and all that kind of stuff. This has been nothing for a oil change, routine oil change, services, all that stuff. Subaru covers you for, I forgot how long, I think it's like the first 4 services and oil changes and all that kind of stuff, tire rotations, all that stuff. Wear parts are also replaceable, but my clutch and brakes have not needed to be replaced so far. So yeah, with that said, running costs have been zero. Like I said, just counting the variables, not anything else like gas or anything like that, because you know how much you're going to pay for gas obviously depends on how much you drive it and how you drive it. But as of now, the first 2 years have been zero. The next 2 years, that's when we'll get a better idea. I might have to start replacing parts. I might have to get services, not part of the routine service, or it's not going to be free anyway. So that's when we're going to get a better idea on just how much it costs to own a BRZ. But right now, zero. So speaking about MPG, if you equipped it with a manual like this one, you should be around mid-20s. I haven't checked in a while. I think it's like low or mid-20s city and high 20s on the highway. If you get it automatic, it should be the low 30s, I'm pretty sure, which is not bad at all. This does take premium gas, but the gas tank's small and you're not going through a whole lot of gas. So all in all, your fill-ups are actually pretty cheap. And obviously that depends on where you're from. That's why I'm not going to talk about that in the running cost. But in my case, this thing is not too bad on gas from other cars I've experienced. Just talking about the day-to-day drivability of this thing, because like the title suggests, I have been daily driving this thing. It's not a it's a Subaru. It's no garage queen. It's, you know, just a BRZ. So I do daily drive it for work. When I went to school, I drove it to school and just drive it as much as I really can, whether it's just like an A to A, kind of like today, although there is a lot of traffic on my fun road for whatever reason today. Yeah, whether you're just going A to A or A to B, it is a super fun car and it serves all the purposes. So yeah, ground clearance, you know, I'd never have to worry about that. Every now and then you'll kind of hear when you're like really pushing the limit of like what a car can clear, the plastic that's on the Subaru BRZ Series Blue, that little STI splitter, will barely just kiss the ground. You kind of hear that slight scrape, but if you look at it, it's not scratched up or anything. If you did not have that plastic splitter there, part of the Series Blue aero pack, that would not happen at all. So the ground clearance, you know, some people say that the gap between the wheel, like the wheel arc or whatever, is too much. I don't need to lower it. Again, I'm keeping it stock. It's just the right height for me because I am daily driving it. If this was a Sunday cruising car, I mean, I guess you could start talking about modifications about lowering it, but for day-to-day drivability, ground clearance I think is perfect right out of the factory. Also with the suspension, they did something to the 2015s. I just forgot what it is, but it's such a confident suspension, like handling car on like the windy roads when you're really driving. But when you see like a pothole last minute or some bad like this, you guys didn't see that, but it just soaks up those potholes and those last minute things very well. So drivability as a whole, it's perfect, and I can speak for that more than a journalist who only had the car for a day. I've been driving it for 2 years, and not once did I wish I had a different car. It's perfect, even as a manual. Daily drivability, perfect. Now let's talk about my favorite thing with the BRZ and FRS and all of them alike. I mean, that's just the fun enjoyment you get while driving this car. A large part of that is just in the feeling of the low center of gravity, manual transmission, and just all of it kind of combined perfectly in a good formula. Also this, and I will dive into this deeper if you guys would like a video about why I plan to not do any modifications. But the fact that this doesn't make a whole lot of power, and you could really wring it out. For example, I'm gonna downshift to fourth, then third, and I'm stepping on it. Upshift, still floored, and I'm barely doing over the speed limit, and we're not even in Mexico. And the reason for that is because it's not that powerful, but because it's in a manual and you're able to rev match and you're able to just have fun with it, you feel like you're really wringing it out. It's almost like a classic car. Why would you drive a 60s Mustang when you could just get the new one? The new one's faster. That's just because you're missing something out of just being able to wring a car out, kind of bring it to its limits. You feel a little bit more accomplished. Because if you guys know my channel, my dad has a C7 Corvette. Unfortunately, equipped with an automatic transmission. I think that's a large part why, on a windy road, I prefer to drive this. And I'm not biased. The Corvette is a lot of fun, but you just can't, whether it's a manual or automatic, you can't step on the gas for more than, you know, a second before you need to let off, unless you're on a track. This thing is just so much fun. You could just bury your foot in it, and it takes a long time for you to be doing jail time speed. I kind of like that. Don't get me wrong, fast cars are great for the fact that they're fast, but there's some enjoyment here. And here's the thing that's kind of credible to the BRZ. If you drive a BRZ for a while, then you go into a properly fast car like a Ferrari, Lamborghini, or 918, if you saw the video where I rode in 918, and then you come back to this car, you think you would be disappointed. That's wrong. You're actually you enjoy it the same actually, just because you're able to wring it out like you're not able to on a public road with some of the faster cars. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the fast cars are great for the fact of being fast. In a perfect world, and hopefully my world soon, I'll be able to keep this car and get a properly fast car. I don't know, like a C7 Grand Sport, that'd be nice. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much the video of this. You guys asked for more videos with me and the BRZ, kind of showing you guys the owner's perspective or whatever. So I hope this video, you know, did that for you guys. And like I said, if it's requested, I could do a video on why I plan to keep this stock. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully I didn't drone on too long. I'm kind of new at this. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.